Yo, so I made it back. Made it back. I'm just gonna take you home. Not gonna even stop at the office. I ain't gonna worry about that. Just gonna go ahead, go home because I got some other errands I need to run. But I made it. I ain't gonna overtalk it. Here go the goddamn video. What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? So I just picked up this 2010 Mercury. What is this? Mountaineer, not a Mariner. Mountaineer. But this is the best and the worst of being independent dealer when you pick your own vehicles up. A lot of times I'll tow them, or I'll tow them myself, or I'll get it shipped to my office. But if it's close and I feel like driving it, I'll just go pick it up and drive it. But when you pick it up and driving it, and you're driving it back to your office, man, that's the most anxiety I get. The most anxiety I get is that drive home, because that drive home is going to tell you everything you don't know in the inspection report, everything you didn't see when you was at the auction, all of that stuff. So right now I'm doing like 75. Yeah, I'm doing 75. I get up to about 50, and I start hearing this little humming sound, but only from one side, right? So I'm thinking maybe it's a tire or something like that. It's not the tire. It's not the tire. My experience has taught me it's not the tire, because once I go to make a turn while moving and the sound gets louder, a little bit of wheel shake, that lets me know right there that I got a bad hub bearing. Which is not, honestly, it's not anything horrible at the moment. If the wheel was shaking very aggressively, then it'd be horrible, and I'd be a little fearful about making it back to the office. But it's not horrible, but it is bad. Like, it's bad enough that I can hear it, and it's bad enough that I can feel it, especially when going in turns. So I'm doing about 75 now. I'm about to go a slight right turn. Let's see if it gets louder. Nope. It quiet down. But then when I go left, and you put a little pressure on that left front wheel, you really hear it ramp up a little bit. The volume gets louder. So these are things that you learn. It's good and bad. The good part is you learn if the car is going to overheat, if it really shifts properly, the little intricacies of the vehicle. You learn that when you got a nice little ride home or ride back to your office or wherever you're taking your vehicle. See, I'm going left, it just got louder. And now straighten up, it just got quieter. But those are some of the things that you learn, because you don't really get to know the vehicle when you're at the auction, because you don't have that much time. So I was making right and got quiet. Hub bearing. If it was a tire, it'd be the same thing all the way through. So anyway, fat ass finger out the way. So anyway, yeah, man, that ride home. Oh shit, check engine light just came on. This shit I'm talking about right here. I just basically lost all power. This is shit I'm talking about. I basically lost all power. Check engine light on. Got my scanner. Look at this. I ain't got nothing. Nothing. This is stuff you find out when you drive them cars back from the auction. Yeah, I ain't got no throttle. Let me see what my code is. My code is throttle actuated control system force idle. Code 1. This is why you bring your code reader. I'm hoping that I can just clear this code here on the side of the road and make it back. Yeah, throttle actuated control. Yep. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it off. Cut the car to the on position, get my code reader, and I'm going to erase this code, and hopefully that'll give us more throttle. Code was successfully erased. All right, I'm gonna start it. No check engine light. I got accelerator, see that? And I had only driven, let me see, I had only driven, okay, I need oil. oil change. I really had only driven 20 miles. And I got a little bit further than 20 miles to go. So we're gonna see, man. So this is definitely exactly what you find out when you drive your vehicle back home from the auction. This is exactly what you find out. In the midst of this, I can't set that up. In the midst of me talking, just lost my accelerator. Gone. That's why you have your code reader though. A lot of times you can clear that code a couple times and it'll get you back to the house. It'll get you back to the house. That's why I keep one with me. Keep one with me. 90% of the time I keep one with me. Keep one with you. If it happens, you have an opportunity to clear that code before it get reset, and then you know, you can make it back to your destination wherever you need to make it to. So I still got about 30 something miles, and I'm only drove 20. maybe just over 20 miles. But that code was pending anyway when I got it. So when I picked it up, it was already pending. So I'm in great hopes that it'll make it back to the office and I'll be all right. And I'll get it over to the mechanic and they'll take care of that. And you know, the little miscellaneous stuff. I got to get this. See if y'all can see this. You see that right there? I got to get this light switch. I already ordered. Oh snap! I already ordered that off of eBay. It's like $45 plus shipping. So, well, I didn't order it. I have it on my watch list on eBay because honestly, I'm gonna just try to get it from my my local salvage yard that I typically deal with, and it gives me pretty good deals. So I'm gonna see if they have one that and I can color match it. I'll get that replaced. Get the hub bearing done, and while I'm getting the hub bearing done, have them do the throttle actuator, which is probably just the pedal. And that's it. I know I make it sound like it's easy, but the work is easy, but you know, the troubleshooting is where your issue lies. So you want to be a dealer, number one, you gotta have some mechanical knowledge. Number two, you need a code reader. Number three, you need a good mechanic on your team. And number four, sometimes you gotta be willing to do the work yourself. Just because you gotta save a couple bucks. Even though my mechanic gives me great deals, sometimes you may have gotten the vehicle a little too high, or the fees made it a little too high. You may need to save a couple $100 extra bucks. Or you may need to go ahead and spend that couple $100 to make sure your vehicle is right. I mean, that's up to you, you know. But this is not like flipping cars, man. Being a dealer is not like flipping cars. Flipping cars, if I was to flip this and I wasn't a dealer and it was in my name, or I was just flipping it because I bought it from someone else, I wouldn't have to disclose anything. I wouldn't have to get any emissions. I wouldn't have to tell them that, hey, after 20 miles, you ain't gonna have no more throttle. I wouldn't have to tell them none of that. I wouldn't have to tell them they need a hub bearing. None of that. And if all that stuff went bad as soon as they left my driveway, shit's on them. It's on them. You know, you don't have a reputation to protect or anything. So you could just flip cars. And you wouldn't have to do anything about it. Or if you auction access one of them people who own somebody else's auction license because you paying them to be on their license and all that, you're not taking any risk. You're really not the dealer. You are a salesman. You're a salesman. You're not a dealer, you're a salesman. To be honest with you. And shit, shouts out to you. I started that way too. Working with a dealer, an independent dealer, trying to flip a few cars here and there, you know, make some money. You know, the hustle. But it's gone from hustle to now this is a business, man. You got to turn that hustle into a business. Hustling don't last. Hustling you can't pass on. You can't pass on the hustle. And those of us who have children understand that. Like, you may be a hustler, and you made it very easy for your children. And now your children ain't got no hustle because you got all of it. You know what I mean? So, anyway, if this thing does act up again, I'll cut the camera back on. But until then, I need to focus because I am in downtown Atlanta traffic with a phone in my hand. And so I'm just begging to get pulled over. So I'm gonna let y'all. Peace.